Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Paperman. This is a 2012 animated short from Pixar. No, it's not Pixar. What am I saying? It's not Pixar. This premiered in front of Wreck-It Ralph, and Wreck-It Ralph is a Disney animation film. Got to make that clear. I was wrong yesterday. It was not in front of Inside Out, and it's not a Pixar film. It is Disney animation short, and as tradition with any Disney animation films, and well, Pixar does it too, but there's usually always a special single short, and this one's 7 minutes long, and it I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it yet. I'm just going to give you the basic setup. It's a romance. It's got a little bit of humor, and it's somewhat supernatural in a certain way. No matter how many times I see this, it makes me smile. It is at times silent, which is strange for a lot of these things, considering that usually there's no dialogue in these shorts. Very rare. But the music builds as the story goes on. And that's always a major component of any of these animated shorts that really just sort of bring these things to life. But it's not just the music this time around. I mean, at this point, we're used to, with Disney or Pixar, used to just about any type of animation. In this case, while 3D animation, the stuff that makes Frozen or Wreck-It Ralph or anything else, popular, it's the most popular form of animation. That's what most movies are being put out in. And that's what this is also, but it looks 2D in some ways. It definitely has a certain depth to it, but because of the way it is rendered, I guess, it feels 2D. It's also kind of a grayscale black and white film with flourishes, a little red flourish of color here, and you'll understand why and what that is. It's a key part of the story. But it's just a story of two people who pass each other by and sort of make a connection, kind of by accident, maybe intentionally, in the fates, and maybe not their own intentions. But once he gets an eye for her, and it comes down to how can he find her again? How can he get her attention? And this is a guy who works at a place that has an awful lot of paper on hand. This is set in New York City. It can't really tell what era it's in, but because I think some of the vehicles that zoom around seem a little bit older, the way people dress a little bit older, and I kind of, in my own little way, but this is the first time I've thought of it as I'm watching this, is that maybe this is an alternate reality Jim and Pam from The Office, because they kind of look like them, just a little bit. Alternate reality where they're in New York, not Scranton, and somehow the fates know to bring them together. He's got a certain Jim-ness to her, and she's got a certain Pam-ness to her, and it's not canon. It's just me in my head making this up, but there's paper involved. They worked at a paper company. In this case, just his name is George, and the woman is named Meg. So it's not Jim and Pam, but it's George and Meg. And George is portrayed by John Cars. He is the director as well. And Meg, you'll recognize the voice of Carrie Walgren. But the thing is, they don't talk. If they did, I really wasn't aware of it. Maybe it's just the knowing it's just grunts and sighs and whatever else. But it's, for the romantics, absolutely love this. You'll absolutely love this. But for people who also are just like the shorts for the humor or for the animation, it's got it all. And it was an Academy Award winning animated short, best animated short in 2013. And there's a neat little story I read when I was watching this. The producer, Kristen, why can't I find the story now? It's not showing to me. The producer, her name, I believe, is Kristen. She, after Paperman won the award, she started throwing paper airplanes off of the balcony seats. The people who do the animated shorts don't necessarily get the best seats in the house, next to the Clooneys, or all the high end, the Brad Pitts and the Lady Gagas. They're not way down there in front. They're up in the balcony. So that gave her, plenty of opportunities up in. I've been in the Dolby Theater even recently, a few weeks ago, and while that looks like a massive place, and it is. It just looks. It's also kind of intimate. Imagine just so many people just crammed in there, and they're all famous. It's like trillions of dollars of money just sitting in that same place. But anyway, she, the producer, she starts throwing paper airplanes off the balcony, and security removes her from her seat and kicks her out. Yeah. So, but after much protest from the others around, and again, I don't know how the full details of this story, if this is all really how it happened, but according to this story that I read, she was let back in about 10 minutes later for the rest of the show. Because, hey, you know what? You won, you're celebrating. So even if she wasn't up there on the stage receiving the Oscar, still, it's a good way to celebrate when your animated short wins it. I could honestly watch this over and over and over again and probably see a little something different each time. So I highly recommend this. This is honestly just, it's how it's composed, how it's rendered, how it just characters to the city, to paper airplanes, how they're rendered and put together in this cute little story is it's just one of the best things that Disney has put out in short form or long form in years. I mean, 12 years ago. This is 12 years old. Good grief. So yeah, 7 minutes long, 2012. Definitely check it out. We are on the first day of July of this quarter. This is going to be the second thing of the quarter that we're going to be picking a whole brand new list that we're picking from. I wish I had grabbed the numbers, but I filmed probably close to 1,900 hours of video. It's a lot. So anyway, let's pick tomorrow's and see how much further we get. 131. 131. Don't scroll too far. Oh, here we go. Ooh, okay. Apparently the late 120s to the early 130s is all very Marvel. And we don't have a ton of Marvel stuff left. We have a few movies and TV shows, from like the Netflix series and stuff like that, originally Netflix, left, but we have an awful lot of documentaries, making of specials that usually run around 45 minutes to an hour, just sort of giving you the behind the scenes on all the different movies and series that have been released over the last few years. And we got something that was pretty recent. So here we go. We're going to be watching Marvel Studios Assembled, The Making of Loki Season 2. So yeah, we got a lot. Got a lot of these things to go through at this point. But tomorrow we're going to be watching Marvel Studios Assembled, The Making of Loki Season 2 in the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.